Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today, we're doing a girl talk video. I have one video, I believe, on this series. It's pretty old. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it up or if I'm going to like redo it because it's old. But anyways, I do want to like preface this. This is not just for girls. This is just the name of the series because I don't really know what else to call it. Also, this is a person. We're joined. We have an audience. But anyways, this is not just for girls. But that's the name of the series, so don't be offended. Okay? Thanks. Anyways, this is based on like your social media platform, like how you're using it. And I'm aiming this at like younger people because I'm sure if you're like 20 years old, which I don't remember like my audience. I have like demographics. I feel like they're around my age. So why does my hair keep doing this? But younger people, I don't think they really understand how important it is to like be very careful on social media. Like very careful. Please be careful. I know like nobody's parents are gonna teach them like how to be careful on social media because parents don't even understand social media. Maybe nowadays they do because we're older, but my parents, they didn't know shit. They didn't know anything. Oh, sorry. If cursing offends you, I'm almost 20 years old. Okay, so okay. But anyways, let's say you're like in middle school or high school. If you're in middle school, you're young. Please be extra careful on social media. Like insanely careful because you are very young, you are very vulnerable, and you are putting yourself in a dangerous situation just by being on social media. I know none of y'all are gonna listen because I didn't listen when I got told this in like high school when we would have like meetings where they would be like, oh, if you have social media, make sure all your stuff is private. Please do that. I know you're like, oh, I want to be on social media and have like all my friends and have like a big following. Please be careful. Be careful. I really, like, I seriously recommend like being on private. I know you want to like have all these followers and do all these things. If you're a child, just know that this old man, this random old man, he could be stalking your account, finding out where you are, where you live, who you hang out with, all of that stuff. And he doesn't even have to follow you. He can just stalk you whenever he wants. Anything you post, anything on your story. If you're like public, if your account's like public and you're posting on your story like where you're at, like right when you're there, please be careful. Please do it on like a close friends list with like people that you know won't kill you. But if you're like 14 years old posting on your story like, I'm in the Target at this location right now, like that's dangerous. Like please be careful. You could have this old man. I know you're like, oh, it won't happen to me. It could very much happen to you and you might not even know. You might not even have any idea what's going on because he could just be this man or this old lady or this old person just stalking you and you would never know. You would never know. It could be, let's say you're a freshman, it could be this senior dude stalking you. Anything can happen, so please be careful. Be private if you can. Again, I know like when I was in middle school, I was like, oh, I want all these followers, like I'm gonna follow everybody, I'm gonna be posting all this random crap. I got myself into so much trouble, so I'm just saying like from personal experience, please be careful. Don't like message random people, don't respond to random people, especially if you're a female. Be careful. Be careful. Don't like put your age in your bio saying that like you're 14 years old. I swear you're, please be careful. Please be careful. But besides that, I could go on a whole like other rant on like how to like be safer like on your Instagram, or if you have Snapchat, that's even worse. Kids get into so much trouble on Snapchat. Like, oh my god, like, please be careful. But yeah, be careful. Anyways, whatever you post on social media, it could be a joke, it could be a meme, it could be whatever. Just know, if you are public, anybody can see that. Your mom can see that. Your dad can see that. If you are public, just think. Would my grandma be upset if she saw this? Now, I don't know if anybody's grandma uses social media or understands it. Mine don't. Again, I'm 20 years old. Maybe if you're like 12, I don't know how old your parents or your grandparents are, but they probably understand social media more than my grandparents would or my parents would. But they can find you very easily, especially for public, if you use a phone number, sometimes email. Like, they can easily find you and they don't even have to look, because it'll pop up in like the recommended, and it's like, oh, you don't even have to have your name in the profile. If they click on that account and they see you being a little scandalous 12-year-old, like, you know, it could end very bad. You get yourself in like a lot of trouble, even with like school. See, he walked by, he didn't even like give me a weird look. I love that. I love when people walk by and they mind their business. Anyways, if you want to be like a little scandalous person, I understand. Do I recommend that? No. It's not good for you. Who are you trying to portray? Like, oh, I'm 12 years old, I'm doing all the drugs, I'm going out all the time. Like, I know that makes you look cool, but when you're like 20 years old looking back on that, you're gonna be like, I'm cringing so bad. And I'm trying to get comfortable because my wrist is like painful. But again, I'm saying this as a person who, when I was a young teenager, I was online posting me smoking, posting me drinking, thinking that would like make me look cool. It doesn't. It does not. It's not cool. It doesn't look cool. When you're 21 years old, you're gonna be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why did you do that? That's not cool. You're not cool. Okay? You're not, I promise. You know, it's kind of like when you're in school, you're like, oh, this is the cool thing to do because everybody's doing it. Everybody's smoking. Everybody's drinking. I'm gonna do it too, and I'm gonna post myself doing it. But then those kids that see you doing that and they think you're so cool, when they grow up, if they still know you, they're gonna be like, you were a wild kid and you were just posting that online for everybody to see. Like, that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, dude. I don't know about that. So just be careful. Please be careful. Watch what you post. My school found what I was posting on Snapchat. So, and that was back in like 2016, 2015. Think about what they can do now. They can find so much. They can find everything. They know exactly what you're doing. They will find you. They will find you. I swear. You don't even have to know about it, but they can find you. And they just won't tell you about it. And then you have to live with that. Just saying. Please be careful online, because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble at a very young age, and it's not good. Don't do it. Be careful. This is your life. You're putting it on the line. If you want a good job, watch yourself. Watch yourself. We understand way more about the internet now, and it's it's so easy to find where somebody lives or where somebody's posting. So again, be careful if you have a public account. If somebody really wanted to, if they had the skills, they could find exactly where you're posting. Like your house. They can find your house. They can find your address. They can find everything. So if you're public, you're 13 years old, you have alone time in the house, please be careful. Okay? It's a dangerous world out there. Y'all have probably seen it. If you haven't seen it, watch up some predator poachers, or I think they were really bad actually. He's really good. Justin Payne's really good. And Anxiety War, he's awesome. They're both really good. But yeah, look into them. Look into like some more murder stories of like kids that posted on Instagram, and then they like met up with their friend online, and then their friend like kidnapped them or killed them or was really just creepy in general. Don't meet up with strangers on the internet. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. No, no, no. Don't do that. Why do you want to do that? Don't do that. You don't know who they are. If you do meet somebody, tell your parents. I know it's like, why would I tell my parents? Do you want to die? I know I'm being dramatic. Like, obviously, you're not just gonna die every time you meet somebody, but it's such a risk. You don't know who you're talking to. You never know. So, just please be careful. It terrifies me. Like, if I had a kid, I don't want a kid. I kind of want a kid, but I don't want a kid, but I want a kid, but I don't know. I had some man, I posted a video once saying like why I don't want kids, and this man was like, you're gonna be 40 years old like having a million cats and eating ice cream because I don't want kids. And I remember that comment. But anyways, no. If I had a kid, I would be freaking terrified. First of all, the world in general, sorry, I don't want to be on a rant about like why I don't want kids, but if I had a child that was like 11 years old, I'd be freaking terrified. Like, my kid's not having a phone. No. I know it's like, your kid's not gonna have a phone? No. At least not at 10, not at 11. Y'all are too young. Like, you can't fully understand the danger that you're putting yourself into by literally just posting on Instagram. Publicly, at least. If you have a private account, you do you. Do you think? I don't care. If you're 14 years old, publicly posting on Instagram, I don't care if you're a girl, if you're a boy, if you're a person, whatever you are, people can find you. Anybody can find you. Your family can find you. A stranger can find you. A murderer can find you. I'm just saying, like, please be careful. It scares me to like think about like what I did as a kid, like on social media, and where that got me, like all the bad situations that got me. And it scares me that some kids are gonna do that also, just to like look cool or feel cool. Be careful, y'all. Anyways, I'm gonna go. That was the end of my rant. I'm going to film another video. I think I have time. Yeah, so if I look the same in that, that's a mess, okay? I don't know. I have a Subway shirt in the back of my car. I don't work at Subway. Ask me to explain that. I won't. But welcome to my adulthood adventure. This is where posting on Instagram and Snapchat at such a young age got me. Look at my freaking back of my car. Do you want to be like me? No. Anyways, I love the idea of this series where I just kind of like give advice, but I don't know like what else I can film. There's kind of like the obvious like girl talk stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'll post more on this series. I was just kind of bored and I thought of this randomly. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm going to film another video right after this, and then I don't know. I'll see you next week, probably. Bye.